What it is, good people out there, man. What's happening? What it is, what it is, what it is. It's your boy Sam Wilson out here with another edition of Set the Record Straight. And it's been a little bit of, a little minute, but it's all good, y'all, because again, man, some of us, we're pretty busy. We got things going on. But listen, y'all, when we have an opportunity, you already know that me and Sam, when we get a chance, we want to jump on and we want to give our opinion about the Eagles and things as they are right now currently with the team. And folks, Sam isn't with us right now. Sam is at football practice. He's handling his business. But I wanted to jump on really quickly with this edition of Set the Record Straight just to give my opinion about training camp so far and also about the preseason game that we just watched a couple of days ago. This video is going to be brief. Again, training camp is what it is. As far as what I've read and I've heard, it's been different days where the defense looked good and days where the offense looked good overall. And y'all know out there that everybody's eyes have been on Jalen Hurts, whom I hear has been running the offense very well. Listen, not without having some hiccups. Some days, again, nothing's going to be perfect because it's a new offense. But for the most part, from what I hear, QB1 has a big time handle on his offense and is looking good out there again. But he just so happens to be playing against a Vic Fangio defense that's really good as well. So for those who want to look at the offense during training camp and criticize it, listen, man, don't knock what you really don't know. Let's just go ahead and give the defense credit for being what it is, especially as we look at the pieces that are on the defense now and Vic Fangio being here for 3 years. But I just want to jump in really quickly, y'all, and talk about the preseason game that we just watched that quite a few people are having, pulling their hair out over and falling out over and basically saying, oh man, is it time to panic or is it not time to panic? Well, you already know me. I don't feel the need to panic because it's the first preseason game for the Eagles 2026. But there are a couple of things that I felt like did stand out to me as I watched that game this past Saturday night. It was a snoozer for those of us who watched it. Most people wanted to see the offense more than anything look really good. But it did, the offense didn't. Those two quarterbacks that we have backing up Jalen, neither one of them look good. The yardage between both of those guys, during the time that they played it was putrid, folks. But there's a reason, that I think personally that both of those guys look bad. There's a reason why Cole Payton, who was just drafted this year from North Dakota State, looked good. And, we had the Red Rifle, who didn't look good as a backup quarterback. And Tanner McKee, most guys in Philly love, didn't look good, And the bottom line is that the Red Rifle and Tanner McKee, neither one of them fit the offense, folks. People, Philadelphia, anyone who's watching, none of those guys fit the offense. If you look at the offense and the way that the offense is constructed, Cole Payton, the young rookie from North Dakota State, looked good, even though, again, he was playing against, the fourth and fifth, fourth string backups, et cetera, et cetera. But again, this offense calls for a mobile quarterback who has the ability to make plays, throwing the ball on the run, running naked boots and things of that nature. We just don't have the two quarterbacks to do it. Unfortunately, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifleman, is not a mobile quarterback, and neither is Tanner McKee. So for everyone who felt like the offense looked bad, I don't think the offense looked bad based on what I saw because of the play design. I actually saw some really cool stuff that took place in regard to the play design that I think Jalen's going to look really good at running once we get this thing going regular season. I saw some opportunities that were there per the play design to get the ball to receivers, and these quarterbacks were throwing the ball high, throwing the ball low. Only Lord knows where these guys were throwing the ball, and I was kind of shocked. I was kind of shocked to see those guys look as bad as they did. But again, it's an offense that I believe is calling for some mobility, at least at the quarterback position, in order for it to be successful. I'm not going to hold y'all long, but again, there are a couple notables for me that I felt that were standouts in that game. Number one, I felt like Jeremiah Trotter Jr., man, he's making a name and he's making some noise for himself. And that young man could play football, y'all. That young man was all over the field the other night, hungry, flying around, making things happen. He was a notable the other night that I think is going to be a big-time contributor to the team this year. I saw my main man, Markel Bell. I told y'all about that guy when I made my video about the draft picks of this 2026 past draft. I told y'all that one of the notable names to look out for was Markel Bell of my team, the University of Miami. That big young boy. I sat there and watched that big young boy cleaning up, knocking guys out the way, pancaking guys, man, running guys into the ground that were trying to rush the passer. I watched that guy getting out there, man, in space and making things happen. And there was some criticisms about him and his footwork from some people, some notables on TV, who cover the Eagles. But again, he's a rookie. He's going to, he still needs to be polished. But for the most part, if you watch that game, that young man went to work. He is going to be a really good replacement for Lane Johnson. And I told y'all that. And from what I hear in camp, he keeps getting better and better with each day. But again, notwithstanding, the dude is a rookie. So he's going to have, he's going to need to clean some things up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he was a standout. Another standout that I saw the other day as I was watching the game, was Uar Bernard. Uar is a project D tackle that we brought in, undrafted. And honestly, y'all, for a guy that has never played football before, Uar was up in some plays, y'all. He was up in some plays. He was looking good. I liked him. And there are a couple other players that I liked as well. My guy Eli Stowers. Again, for those who cry about his inability to block, Eli looked pretty good. And Eli blocked. He wasn't great blocking, but he was solid blocking. And that's all I can ask, because you can see that the young man is at least progressing and learning how to block a run block in the NFL, which is going to help him because he's a phenomenal receiver. I told y'all that. And you guys are going to get a chance to see that as well during the season. But there are other notables as well, a few other people that I saw. Keely Ringo had a pick. I really would like to see Keely get it together. But again, we'll see. But he had a pick. Guys like Mac McWilliams, to me, I saw Mac McWilliams flying around as well, y'all, making plays and things of that nature. I was really glad to see that. And my main man, the Vanilla Gorilla, for the first time, I saw Ty Robinson out on the field making things happen. He was a notable as well. It was really good to see him, in the second year, standing out and making plays, and me hearing his number called during that preseason game. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, folks. I ain't gonna hold y'all, people. The Eagles are getting ready for this joint practice with New England in a couple of days. And to be honest with you, I think that joint practice may have been one of the reasons why some of the players played the way they played. And I don't think that that's a player fault. I think that's a coaching issue, because I think that they were all looking forward to this joint practice and AJ coming in and Vrabel coming in. I don't want to talk about that now. I want to make a video about that later. But I think they were looking forward to this joint practice. And I also feel like, in all honest, that that there were other reasons why the Birds didn't look as good as they did the other night. I don't want to go into it now. I'll go into it later. But as y'all already know, it's your boy Sam, in the absence of my son Sam. And you know what our job is, folks? Our job is to give our opinion on the Philadelphia Eagles and set the record straight. Do me a favor, for those of you who love our content, we love y'all. So please show y'all love to us by liking and subscribing. Please. And hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video, you all can go ahead and get the notification so that y'all can jump on it immediately. And do me a favor and comment, y'all. If it's something that y'all didn't like today that I said, or you didn't agree with, or if you did agree with it, go ahead and hit a comment in, and I'll punch it in. I'll punch in my response to it. Y'all know already, to show y'all some love too, and give my feedback as well. But until next time, it's your boy Sam. In the absence of Sam, we appreciate y'all and y'all support. And until next time, go Bears, baby. Peace.